Good day, ladies. Today is Friday. Yay, it's Friday. It's something about Fridays when they come. I tell you, even if you have to work on Saturday, it's just something about that weekend coming. And a sense of just settledness and rest comes upon you to just take a breather when the weekend comes. And thanks be to God for, I would say, about the last 9 years, my job have consisted of not working on weekends. And if I did work, it was because I volunteered to take part in an event that they were having. But it's just something about those Fridays it brings such a settling to you. And I am grateful to have seen this Friday as we get closer to 2019 ending. I thank God for his new mercies that are brand new every single day, and for his grace to get through that day. I came back on to do the 4th episode to share with you ladies. I have committed that I will not stay away and not be present, that I will share with those who have an ear to hear what is being spoken through me. And prayerfully, the things that I speak will empower you and enhance your life, not strip or take anything away from it. I think we get enough of that with all of the other demands on our life. So I come on to share with you all to inspire you and aspire you to be your greatest self. Because it's such a liberation in that, and most definitely healing and restoration. It takes less work just to be yourself. It really do. The other day I was pondering upon how we live our lives, and we're destined and created to leave a great legacy behind when we serve our life purpose. And I thought about the end result, and how to get to the end result we need to know the beginning of a thing. So I began to think about our lineages and where we come from as women. And as I looked back on my lineage, I seen a lineage of strong women who worked hard, who loved their families, who raised their children, who spent their time in service in God's church and serving him and his people to the best of their abilities, giving it their all. I seen strength, I seen courage, I seen faith, I seen beauty, and I also seen hurt, I seen stress, I seen anxiety. I was able to see despair and discouragement, hopelessness, fear. I seen all of those things as well that was in my bloodline, in my lineage, from the strong women that I come from. And I thought to myself, oftentimes we spend a lot of time focusing on the negatives and trying to root those things out of our lives and get rid of those things, which is important first to me, for sure. But I think it's about time we focus on the good attributes and characteristics that our lineage left for us. I began to ponder upon the things that, my grandma likes to do and did do that she didn't complete. And I have those same ideas and motivations, inspirations, that same innovative mind to create. And I said, okay, well, grandma did what she did in her time. Mama did what she did in her time. So now I have to focus on my time, the time that God has given me. Because as long as he blows the breath of life in me each and every day and I get up, I do have another chance to fulfill that which he had placed inside of me to fulfill in the earth realm. So I started to focus on those things, and I know that my great-grandmother which is my mother's mother, she actually opened a school in New York. And I said, wow, look at that. Educators, women that are smart and intelligent, teachers. And I said, wow, those same things reside on the inside of me. Am I using it to the best of my ability to add value to my lineage? We should add value to our lineage. That meant I'm going to carry the torch on. I'm going to finish. I'm going to leave a legacy of my own in conjunction with what my lineage has already carried out. So I've come to grips with I'm in the carried out stages of my life where I need to carry out some things. I need to add value to the lineage. Keep it going. Correct some errors. Make it to the top. Accomplish many things. That adds. It doesn't take away, but it adds to what was already done through my bloodline. So I look forward to those things daily and executing those things by just being my own self. Being my own self, giving what I have to give, not with expectations of it being reciprocated, because we know once we do that, we disappoint our own selves when it don't happen. So just to give from the sincerity of my heart what I have, knowing that it will be reciprocated one way or the other, but I look for that reciprocation to come through way of God rewarding me for the deeds that I do. And God analyzing the words that I speak. Therefore, I don't disappoint myself if it doesn't come by way of people. And I don't put that burden on people, because that becomes a burden when people have all these expectations of you. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you can't fulfill those expectations, but sometimes it's just not going down like that. So I wanted to come on and just inspire you ladies to remember your lineage. Investigate. Go talk to some people, some great aunts and uncles, or if your great grandmama is living, God bless you, speak to her. Speak to your grandmother. Find out about your family, your bloodline. Find out about the lineage that you come through and what it consisted of. Who was in it? How were they? What did they aspire to do? What did they accomplish? Find out those things and see yourself in those great things from that great lineage that you come from. The bloodline of royalty, Because truly we are a royal priesthood. We're chosen people. And we must live as such. We must be such. Set apart. Different from all the rest. We are that individually, and we're that collectively as a people. So, I inspire you today to study your lineage. Do some research. I said I became the private investigator, the PI of my own life. Because I'm finding out my lineage, and as I live my life, I get to add to the inheritance of my legacy, Yeah. Leave something great for my children and my children's children and my children's children's children to the third and fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, to all the generations. So today, ladies, find out about your lineage. And then once you find out about it, start working towards leaving your own legacy and adding value to that lineage. Increasing it and expanding it more and more. Even with the everyday challenges, psychologically and emotionally, that we are faced with, and the cares of this life and the demands that comes with it. Begin to do what's in your soul to do, in your spirit to do. Begin to carry it out the best way that you can, because trust me, God has already equipped you with what you need to complete such things. Life has enhanced your knowledge and taught you some things. You gained some wisdom, but what you needed was placed inside of you from the very beginning. It's time to stir it up. Stir it up. Start your day speaking with God, communing with Him, feeding your mind something that God said and instructed. Put your day in His hand. Speak over your day. Protect your family with prayer and supplication. And let your requests be made known unto God. And then He'll instruct you throughout the remainder of your day. What's supposed to take place? What are you supposed to fulfill and accomplish for that day? He'll show you. He'll guide you through the day. Yes. So I encourage you ladies to work on leaving your greatest legacy. Absolutely. Because the people before us is the lineage. Now we're setting a legacy because one day we'll become a lineage as well. Yeah, see, a lineage, it ceases, it stops, but a legacy lives on. It continues. So when we become a lineage, although in our physical bodies, it comes to a stop, and we can no longer now leave something as a legacy because our work is done and it's finished. But the legacy that we left will live on through our children and our grandchildren and our grandchildren's children. It will continue on. Therefore, we must make certain that we are leaving the legacy that we are supposed to leave. So I love you guys. I thank you for tuning in and listening. It is my prayer that you are encouraged, inspired, uplifted all the days of your life. We made it to 4, y'all. I must say, I can check this off the list. I told you I got my X list and my checklist. And once again, I can put a check down that I have accomplished this. Because it's not a podcast in my lineage. So I'm leaving a legacy of starting one. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. One episode at a time. What's important is I'm successful in leaving a legacy because I started one. Yes, I did. Something that my children can go back on. They can hear my voice. They can hear my thoughts. You know, way back in 2020, 2019, this what mine was speaking. This what mine was saying. You know? So I love you all. Be inspired, and please, by all means, be your true self. Until the next time, episode 5. I'll see you all later.